All right, so for this first part here, we're going to talk about what's new in July. So we want to open up these meetups and talk about what are some of the new things that are going on in the community, so we all can be aware of what new technologies, what things we might want to be paying attention to. So the big news here for July is Angular 4.3 was released. So HTTP client was made smaller, easy to use. So new router lifecycle events. Conditional disable of animations using a new attribute, and deprecated support for the emulated deep CSS selector. So if you want to learn more about those, I strongly suggest you go out to the Angular GitHub repo and look at the change logs. You can find out a little bit more there. You can also look at the readmes and the documentation on angular.io. There's an update on the Angular material status update. So date picker, expansion panel, and accordion components. So I know date picker has been a big hook for a lot of people because material didn't have a date picker for a long time there. So this is huge. Improved support for platform server. So who's using Angular Universal right now or played around with it at all? You have? You have? Great, yep. So there's also a great presentation out on YouTube. We did one on Angular Universal. This allows you to run your Angular code the same whether it be on the client or running it from the server, and then it downloads to the client and then upgrades or degrades based on what your browser supports. So this was also a big point for Angular Material to be able to start to support this, so you could use Angular Material with Universal and have it work better for you. So let's see, configurable scrolling strategies for overlays, strict null checks, typography extensions, live theme picker, and lots of bug fixes. So again, if you want to find out more about this, go out to the Angular Material site and check that out. Check out the changelog and the README, and that should give you a pretty good idea of what things might affect your project if you upgrade. Let's see here. The component dev kit is now a separate NPM module. So it's been moved out. I believe it was under maybe the core space, and now it's under its own space with Angular CDK. So Codelyzer released to 3.1.2. So you can see here we got additional template linting rules, support. Okay, let's actually talk about that. So additional template linting rules. So that I believe is our HTML templates, and we're getting better linting there. So that's not always been the strongest part with Codelyzer, and they've been addressing that and bringing that into it. So that allows us to create better quality code in our HTML. Keeps us from doing little bad things that we shouldn't be doing. Support for the current Angular version and bug fixes as well. Let's see here. Angular CLI 1.3.0 Beta 1. So we got Webpack 3. I believe last month we announced that Webpack, well, we didn't announce it, Webpack actually announced it, but we did announce here at the meetup that Webpack 3 had been released, and so 1.3.0 Beta 1 is bringing that in, which I believe the major feature is scope hoisting. If you don't know what that is, and that would include me as well at this point, I've not looked at this. I know there is some write-up on that you can check out, and you should be able to go out to the Webpack 3 site and find out more. Yeah, go ahead.
I think Webpack 3 fixed some of their tree shaking problems.
Yes, I believe that. Yeah, some more tree shaking. Okay. Let's see here. We've got NGRX Platform 4.0. So this is an overall upgrade of NGRX, right?
It was a version alignment.
A version.
They
Oh,
just want to align with Angular 4.
Gotcha. Okay, so what John just said there is they want to align with Angular 4, and so they went ahead and released that for versioning.
They also made it modular. So
Oh, it's more
it's feature-based now.
feature-based modules. Okay, so I believe that would also help with tree shaking, allowing us to reference the pieces that we need, and then tree shake it down to just what we actually have to have to be able to use those functions. So that's pretty much all the announcements that we have at this point.